The Hoosiers continued to have all sorts of problems. Black Steel set up an uncontested goal. And the Tar Heels were now up 12-8. Perkins made the score 14-8. And Wood showed early signs of duplicating his semifinal performance by putting Carolina ahead 16-8. Smith was cautious, but obviously enjoying his team's sudden strike. Following a timeout, Indiana regrouped. Turner hit 2 in a row, including a baseline jumper off Thomas's pass. North Carolina 16, Indiana 12. Jim Thomas came in when the Hoosiers were down 16-8. Combining with his namesake Isaiah, the two found Turner moments later, and that narrowed the score to 20-18 North Carolina. With just over 5 minutes to go in the half, Jim Thomas collected the rebound. Randy Whitman hesitated, but found the range to tie the score at 20. Worthy and Whitman each hit field goals to negate an advantage for either team. And then Wood spotted Worthy inside. It was a 2-point Tar Heel advantage with a little more than 4 minutes left before halftime. A series of fouls in Carolina's control game spanned the next 4 minutes. North Carolina held a 26-25 lead when the Hoosiers took advantage of Whitman's hot hand. As they had done in the semifinals against LSU, the Hoosiers stung quickly in the second half. Carolina controlled the tip, but Isaiah Thomas turned things around with his aggressive defensive play. And Indiana led 29-26. But the poised Tar Heels refused to be rattled. Worthy lofted a perfect feed to Perkins, narrowing the margin to 1. Smith provided the sideline support. After a Turner layup, Isaiah Thomas continued his All-America play, turned his second steal into another futile foot race. Indiana led 33-28 with just 90 seconds gone in the second half. Whitman put the Hoosiers up by 7 at the 17-minute mark. Despite Indiana's aggressive intimidation, Wood dished off to Black in the corner to reduce the lead to 5. Indiana led 39-30 on Thomas's second straight basket. It was his 8th point of the Hoosiers' 12 in this second half. The Chicago native seemed to be everywhere. North Carolina needed to cool off Indiana. The Hoosiers were 6 of 7 from the floor in this half. Indiana maintained a deliberate, disciplined game. Jim Thomas spotted an opening for Turner. The Hoosiers were playing impeccably. Indiana 41, North Carolina 32. Black narrowed the margin to 7. Indiana was patiently putting on a clinic called team control, and Isaiah's midair antics, oh my! Carolina fans were frustrated, but had too much experience themselves with this style of play in Tar Heel country to berate the Hoosiers. With 8 minutes remaining, North Carolina was having problems with Indiana's aggressive defensive play. Perkins went up for a 2-pointer, missed, but Wood followed for only his second goal of this half. Indiana 45, North Carolina 38, the closest the Tar Heels would come for the remainder of the game. Things just weren't going right for Carolina Blue. Indiana was in control, and it became increasingly evident as the clock wound down. And Indiana was in no hurry to score. But when your team is playing textbook basketball, you can't pass up an opportunity. Right, Isaiah? Knight could sense his second national title.
Make sure we've got an open shot going to the bucket. And then work like hell defensively, okay? Hey, come on, let the whole year boil down. Let's go.
With 3.5 minutes to play, Isaiah Thomas was simply outstanding. He put the Hoosiers up by 12, 51-39. Indiana shot a brilliant 63% in the second half. Indiana had kept its Philadelphia Magic alive with a 63-50 victory.